Hello, hello. Happy Saturday, guys. Today is August 17th. And today I just want to share a few things with you guys today. I have a small Walmart haul, Joann's. Also, I have a few whips to show you. And then we're going to talk about what I'm up to. And yeah, so I'm going to wait to see if anybody is around. And I just want to say welcome. I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. It is really hot here in Connecticut and the humidity is high. So, yes, I'm having a nice weekend. And thank you so much for those that are here watching a replay of the video. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you for all your support. And I'm trying to, now that the garden is all set, do more videos here. So I did an unscheduled live because my daughter is spending time with her sister at her sister's house. So it's very quiet here. And it was a perfect time to do the live. So, yes. So I'm going to wait to see what's going to happen today. And I've been home. I spent a few hours in the morning with my eldest daughter, and I've been home today all day. And I just been crocheting yesterday, Friday, today, and organizing all my, looking for all my scrap yarns and also my whips. So I want to get them organized, put them all in the same tote or box so I could get them finished. Yes, so I'm having a crafty day, good day today. I hope you guys are too. So let's wait and see, give it a few minutes. I want to thank anybody who's watching behind the bushes. Thank you for being here. Please don't forget to give those thumbs up. They are free and it helps the channel out. I hope the video is not too dark because I have 2 lights on, and that's why I wanted to do it in an early afternoon because we're overcast, so it's a cloudy day outside. So that's the best I could do right now. Yep. So I'm going to wait to see if anybody's going to show up. Whew, and it's a hot day today. So I am having water today. And I finished my 1 gallon of the cucumber water I made. It was delicious, and I have to make more. And I have a little snack next to me, just in case I get hungry. There's some, these are grapes I grew, the cucumbers that I grew, and store-bought peppers. Yeah, that's a little snack I have here in this little container. Yep, so we're just going to go over some things, and we're going to chit-chat and show you guys what I'm working on. And I started crocheting again because I was knitting for a while, a big blanket, so I'm having fun doing that. And because I did my very first scrap yarn project, which was a knitted blanket, which is this big blanket here I have in this bag that I showed in my previous video. There's some yarn in there too. But I love that it was so much fun to work with scrap yarn and see what I could create, the colors, what colors I could put together. So I want to do that again. I made a video. It's in my channel, my most recent video, if you guys want to go check it out. What I'm challenging myself to a scrap yarn challenge. So go check out that video. And yeah, because I love making this blanket so much that now this is a knit blanket. Now it's a scrap yarn challenge for crochet. Yep. So, and that's what I'm going to be doing. It's a nice way to get rid of your yarns. All right, I'm just going to give them time. I have a few whips here that I'm going to share with you guys. And so I'm going to be crocheting as we chat. Just going to show everything once people start coming in. Right now I'm crocheting a cowl for for the winter months. Yeah. So this is part of my scrap challenge. This cowl that I'm making with this little bit of Vanna White brown yarn. It says it's a medium weight 4. It's kind of like a light 4, not like your regular 4. So, but yep. So this is what I'm going to be working on, and I have this is what I have left of that yarn for scrap yarn, and I am going to be doing a combination of that and the puzzle yarn. This puzzle yarn, I forgot the name of it. It's the puzzle yarn right here. So these two I'm going to be putting together. So grab your drinks, snacks, projects, and let's have fun. I've been having fun since yesterday with my yarns. What have you guys been up to this weekend? Let me just see what I can see on the phone. Go back. Okay. All right. So I'm going to bring this down right here. And let me see. I just want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. 1 second. While I wait for people to come in. Everybody's the last month of the summer, and people are getting kids. Some kids already started school. Some kids are getting ready for school. They have not started school here where I live yet. It's at the end of the month. Yeah, so look out for those great sales they're going to have soon. Back to school sales, tax-free sales. Tax-free is going to be in September. So don't forget about that for tax-free week in September. You save money. All right. So let's see. Don't forget. Don't be shy. Say hello. And don't forget the thumbs up, guys. I do appreciate that. I'm using a 5.5 for this cow because a 6 would have been too big because this is a light 4. So I'm using a 5.5 crochet hook. So let's see who's gonna show up. So far, this is how it's looking. This is a start. I started chain of 30 plus 2. I'm doing the stitch is a half a double. So this is going to be for a cow for the fall winter months. And so it is measuring from here to here. It is measuring right now. That would give you about 10 inches. Wait, hold on a second. Let me put it right here. Yep, 10 inches. So I think that would be fine. I don't like mine's choking me. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people feel that way. When I don't like turtlenecks that are choking me or anything like that, or scarves. So I don't have to cook today. I made baked ziti last night. Although it was a hot, humid day, but at first I was going to make tacos so I don't have to use the oven. But then I remembered that my eldest daughter had mentioned to me, she found out that I made baked ziti a couple weeks back. It's a stable meal here because my youngest daughter loves it. But my eldest said, don't forget about me when you make baked ziti. So last night I just thought, I left the AC on, the fan on in the kitchen, and I said, let's just make the baked ziti. So I made a big dish, like a casserole dish, and I brought it to her this morning so they could have it for dinner tonight. And I saved myself a little bit. So I have the night free. I am free tonight. There's no one here. I'm by myself, and just been by myself all day today, except for the morning. I spent like 2 hours with my eldest. But I said, let me just get on and see who's around who could keep me company. So I'm at 1, 2, 3, the 4th row. I'm going to do one more row, then I'm going to add the other color. I haven't made a cow in a very long time, so this would be great with scrap yarn because it doesn't take too much yarn. So, and it's another way to get rid of your yarn. Bless somebody with something to wear for the winter and the cold days to come. I'm ready for the fall. I'm ready. It's hot. It's hot. It's really hot. But it's all right. It's all good. I wanted to do the live now and not later on because it'll be too dark in here. I don't know. I was messing around with my craft stuff. I found a few things and found a few whips that I want to finish. I know one of them I didn't share with you guys an update on I did a live and a video of maybe a month or two back about how to do a cardigan from a rectangle, one rectangle, and then you add everything to it. So I did an example of that I was working on, but it's a dowel size, 18-inch dowel size. And I'll be showing that to you guys. And I got a little bit of a, like I said, a Walmart haul, just a little bit. Walmart had a clearance. I had to put that video up in my channel. But they had a lot of rollbacks and clearances, so I just bought a few things. Not too many yarn was on clearance. And, yeah. So, surprisingly, I did not buy yarn. But I bought something else. I didn't buy yarn at Walmart, but I did go to Joann's and I bought a few yarns, not too much. but it's this yarn I always wanted, and it was on sale. So I'm like, let me grab at least a couple of them while they're on sale and take advantage of that. So what I'm going to do is all right, so now I'm going to cut this yarn, and I'm going to add this color, which is the puzzle yarn. I made a beautiful shawl out of this. I made it too big, but I could wrap it around my waist and tie it in the back. And like they used to wear in the 1800s. Wild West time. All right, so let's grab this. It is a beautiful day today. All right, let's start this beautiful puzzle yarn. I forget the name of this colorway, but I do have the information in my channel when I used this yarn for I was knitting a shawl with this one. So this is the one that has the blues, the teal colors, purple. Beautiful yarn. So I attached the yarn. I just sewed the two ends at the end. I wish I had a crochet buddy today. Craft buddy. I gotta find me one local. Sometimes you just want to chat and crochet and share your ideas and learn from each other. Let me check this one. It's never too old to learn new things. So let's see. Yeah, this is so thin. All right. I hope you guys can hear me clearly, loud enough. I have the AC on, so hopefully you guys can hear me. So far, this is what I'm doing. I added this puzzle yarn to the brown yarn. This would look nice with some jeans. If you're wearing jeans or you're wearing a jean jacket, yeah, this would be nice. And this could be neutral. This could be for a male and female. This counts because of the colors. I'm trying to keep myself a little busy today. I had to do some things outdoors, but they gave me this shot Thursday, and I rested Thursday and Friday, but it still hurts today, and it hurts. It goes down my leg, and so I decided to leave the garden stuff for tomorrow, God willing. But as I came home today, I take my daughter in the morning to work, so I didn't take a look at the garden when I left. So when I got back home, I kind of peeked at it from the porch. And guess what? I was so happy. This is my first time growing sunflowers. And the sunflower, it already had bloomed the head of the sunflower. I was so excited for a few of them. I think I have like 9 in one pot. So just like 2 or 3, I think, from what I could see from the porch. I was excited and I wanted to go downstairs and take a picture of it, but I had bags in my hands and I really didn't want to go back out. I was so hungry, tired, I didn't sleep well, and it was already getting hot outside. Yeah. Well, I hope you guys are having fun with your yarns. I've been watching some videos here and been in a couple lives, and everybody's just being very creative, having fun with their yarns. Yeah. This is the time of year that people are busy making hats, scarves, and gloves and do charity work. You know, we got to bless others that don't have, especially these days we're living where all the prices, everything's up. Yep. Well, I am challenging myself with, I made a video about it right before this live. There is a new video on my channel. So I'm challenging myself to another scrap yarn. I had so much fun with the blanket, I had to start another one. This one's not going to take me too long to finish. I'm giving myself 2 weeks to finish it. But I am challenging myself to only use the yarns that are in this Ziploc bag and no more than that. Don't add anything else to it. Just stick with what's in this bag right here. So right now, I am working on a cow. This. And it is the brown and the blue. And Friday I was on live and I was working with this because this is the scrap yarn that was in my daughter's basement, the yarn I have in the totes. And so I had to babysit my grandson and I went there to grab some yarn to make something out of it. So I had started making an amigurumi on that live, but I made it a little smaller. So this is a yarn. This is one of the scrap yarns that I'm using that comes in the same ball, the same skein. It's a mess now, but this is the colors that were in that skein. So this is the beginning of that one. And I'm decreasing right now. And I stopped because I want to fill it up with polyfill before I continue going up and add the eyes and facial, the eyes, the nose, and all that stuff. And I don't know what else I'm going to be doing with it. So the challenge is that to just use the yarn I have in this bag to create something without a pattern, just myself create it without watching a tutorial or any written patterns or anything like that. I'm just freestyling this myself, and I love this challenge. So because there's so much different little yarns here. So this is it, right? And then this is the same yarn, but I had it in a different ball. And I started another amigurumi last night, and I worked on it a little bit today. So those are the two colors. Well, 3 colors so far because it has that white there. So these are going to be partners. Okay. And then I told you that these other 2, I'm making a cow. And I have more scrap yarn here that I have to use to come up. This is going to be 1, 2, 3, about 4 to 5 projects in this little bag of scrap yarn. That's what I'm challenging myself to do. So 4 or 5 projects, okay, with all these little tiny yarns. Yeah, so we're going to see what I'm going to make out of this. And I think that it's going to be great, and it's going to be fun. And instead of like getting rid of the scrap yarn, you could just make something nice out of it. So that's what I'm doing today. So let's see. Hey, Susan. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome. Where are you from? Yeah, I'm just having some fun with my scrap yarn because I had fun making a scrap blanket, but it was knit. But this is going to be crochet. This is a knit blanket I made, a big blanket I made for myself. And so now I'm going to be working on thinking about what am I going to make with these little scrap yarns. But I already had an idea that I just shared with you guys for a few things that I will be doing. Putting colors together, we will see how it's going to turn out. I want to get it all done by 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks. I think that the amigurumis might be done by Monday. Yeah, they might be done by Monday because I already started them. They're not going to be that big. Oh, you're from St. Louis, Missouri. Welcome. Do you do any kind of craft work, crafty work, crochet, knitting, or painting or anything like that? Oof, it's a hot day. Well, since I have somebody here, I will share with you my... Oh, you crochet. Awesome. That's my first love, crochet. I've been doing it for a long time. And then I started knitting about 2 years ago. And I love knitting too. So I love it all. I love it, love it, love it. So that's how it's looking so far. Now, let me share with you guys. What should I share with you guys first? I'm going to share with you a few scrappy, not scrappy, a few whips I found. I'm trying to get all my whips together. So first, I want to show you where I'm at with, this is a blanket I have in here that I was knitting for a baby blanket with this yarn. And that's a baby cake yarn. And I'm just working with stitches. And I got this yarn from Ollie's. And usually when they donate yarn from Ollie's, sometimes it's that the yarn's not perfect dyed or anything like that. So you see some areas that have some darker spots than others. But this is so far, it's because I had it folded in this bags for a while. But so far, this is how it looks. I've been knitting this for a baby blanket. So it's different stitches there. And so far, that's where I'm at. So I put it to the side for a little bit. I think the last time I showed you guys, I was where the stitch markers at. Yeah. So that's going to look pretty. I can't wait. So that's one of my whips that I have to work on. Now, I was talking about before in a past video about how to make a sweater or a cardigan from a rectangle knit or crochet. So I did a little bit more with it. So this is how it turned out so far. I'm not done with it. I'm almost done with it. So this is you can make it for your size, but so far I made this for a 18-inch dowel. Just an example. And grab one of my daughter's AG dowels. She will be modeling this for us today. She's so pretty. These dolls are expensive, but they have the most beautiful hair and they're so pretty. All right, so let's put it on her. See how it looks on her so far. I'm almost done with it. All right. All right. So I'm gonna hold her hair back so you can see it better. So this is where it is right now. So I still have to work right here. Go all the way around right here with front post, back post. And this is how it looks in the back. And that's how I look in the front. I did the neckline, front post, back post, right there, all the way around. And that's where I am right now. So I just have to make it a little bit longer right here, so it's not so like a crop sweater. It could be a vest, but yeah. So my daughter loves it. She loves the colors. It looks perfect for this little doll here. So that's what I'm using. I think I'm using the Red Heart Super Saver. This is what I got left of it, but I have another skein. This is what I have left of this skein. The yarn is still attached to this. But this is what I have. I'm going to finish. I'm going to make an adult version of it for a... There you go. So that is done. That is something that I'm working on. And this started with just a rectangle. Started with a rectangle, and then I just sewed here and here, sewed here and here together so that you got the armholes, and then I did the neck and the front right here. So those are the two whips I have right now. So let me share with you guys my Walmart haul. So Walmart, like I said, had a clearance, but the yarn, they had about 5 yarns on sale, and I really didn't want those yarns, so I left them behind. I used to scrapbooking, not a knitter. I have been crocheting since I was 7, and now I am 54. Awesome. So you've been crocheting longer than I am, because I've been crocheting since I would say my 20s, my mid-20s, and now I'm 55. So yeah. So that's awesome. So what is your favorite things to crochet, Susan? All right. So right here's the bag of Walmart. Not much in here, but I'm going to share with you guys what I bought at Walmart. No yarn, but I did buy these embroidery, put my glasses on, transferred patterns iron on. They were $1. And I always wanted to buy one of these to try them out. So this is from Aunt Martha's brand. And it irons onto your fabric, no tracing needed. This is a large 18 by 24 sheet of design. Can be reused, the pattern. Use design for embroidery, painting on fabric, quilting, and more. So it's not just embroidery. There are other things you could use this for. So this is of the pattern. This is number 9773. And the name of it is Love and Bloom Animals. So I bought this one, the Love and Bloom Animals. Look at those. Isn't that pretty? So this is an iron-on. You don't even have to use embroidery. You could, but you could use paint. And this was $1. And you could reuse them. And it has the instructions in the back. So they had them on rollback clearance for $1. So there's puppies in here, birds, cats, roosters, bunnies, ducks and fishes. It's very, very pretty. I love it. Love it. So that's the first one I bought for $1. And I am going to show you the other one. Then I'm going to open it because I'm eager to see how they look. Another Aunt Martha's embroidery transfer pattern. Same thing as the other one. But this is number 3049. The name of this one is called Pretty Bedroom Set. Now, I love this because you could iron this on into your towels, hand towels, face towels, bath towels, or even just a kitchen tablecloth, a table cover. So this, I got it because of the flowers and the butterflies. So I bought this one for $1. That's the number and the name right there. And it's from Aunt Martha's. So yeah, I got that one. Let me check the chat room. Hi, Susan. Another Susan. How are you, Susan? How you doing? Saying hello to everyone in the chat. She's saying hi to the other Susan. And anything Granny Squared recently, hexagon, cardigans, and corner to corner. I love corner to corner. You could see the shawl corner to corner I made in the thumbnail of this live. That was the second time I did a corner to corner. She's saying hi to Susan. So yeah, so this is going to be fun. I'm gonna open one. I never bought one of these. I just want to see how it looks, and we're gonna open it together. So here's the pattern of the butterflies and flowers. Oh, it's a good, nice, thick paper. Oh, okay. So this is how it comes. And it has the, what is this? Applique and embroidery stamping directions for hot iron transfer patterns. So it even has the directions even on this paper for you right there. But that's how it looks. Pretty big. It's pretty, isn't it? It's very, very pretty. And I love it. So that's that one. One big sheet. That's a lot in here. All right. For $1, you can't beat it. You cannot beat it for $1. Even if you screw it up and you're trying something new for $1, who cares? You're going to try not to screw it up, right? But I'm just saying $1 and it's beautiful. All right, so that's that one. Cute pattern. I'm doing great. Awesome, Susan. It's nice to see you. How have you been, Elaine? I have been busy getting my house prepared to get remodeled. Ooh, that sounds fun. That's awesome. That is awesome. Have a nice fresh beginning with your house. Another look. That's nice. I've been well, thank you. You know, I've been dealing with the same issues, but I've been well. And this is the second one, which is the animals. Different animals on this one. Oh, that's pretty. And you could get that tracing pencil or the tracing. Yeah, they sell it at Michael's. I think I have one here. The tracing thing when for fabrics, when you're sewing something and you trace it, it's like it's chalky. But let's see. I want to be gentle with it. Oh, these are, you know, and it looks like easy. They're big size. It's a good size for you to trace and everything. They're not small. They're like medium size. So that's pretty. See? And you could put these on towels and handkerchiefs and anything really. On a jacket. You could, you know, if you make towels and stuff, you could sell them. So yeah, that's pretty. It'll be fun. Something new to do. Something different. So we're going to see what I'm going to do with these. Yep. Hey, Michelle, how you doing? She's saying hi to Elaine and everyone in the chat room. I'm doing okay, Michelle. How are you? Thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. So these are the 2 for $1. Now they had other ones that beautiful. It has so many, but not all of them were $1. Some of them were $2.50. And there were a few for $1. And they had a lot of embroidery things on the rollback and clearance. Now, another thing I bought from Walmart is they had in the clearance section, Hello Hobby, a Cruel needles. So you can never have enough needles. So the needles were 50 cents on clearance. And I got that at Walmart. And then I bought this at Walmart. My daughter was telling me about these because we bought castor oil for our hair, for our scalp, for hair treatment. And for the eyebrows. So I got to regrow my eyebrows. So she showed me this, and it was on clearance from Conair. So it was on clearance for 50 cents. I mean, $1.50. $1.50. And it's like this. So even when you wash your hair and you're washing your hair, conditioning your shampoo, you could use this and you just massage your scalp like that. And it's great because it's better than your fingernails, which are always, your fingernails are always everywhere. So they could always be infected with something. But this is great because naturally, if you don't know, in your scalp, we have natural oils. So you have to remove all the dust and the dirt, and then the natural oils will come up from your scalp, and then it will give you a beautiful shiny hair and very soft hair. So I bought one for me, one for my youngest daughter. So I can't wait. This is a good, well-made product. And it's that brand, Conair, right there. So that's it for Walmart. Like I said, I can't believe I didn't buy yarn. They had a lot of stuff on sale that was crafty. All right, so then I went to Joann's, and everybody was going crazy with this yarn. It was very popular out there, and it was too pricey for me. So I waited. I always wait because the yarn is not going anywhere, and especially if it's a popular yarn. But at one point, they're going to put it on sale, and that's what I did. So they had new colors, and I bought 2 of them. To me, it's new. So it's the Yarnspiration Red Heart Granny Squares. Guys, look at this yarn. These were on sale for, they were buy 2, get 1 free for the doorbuster. But if you missed that, they were 20% off. So I paid like $7.50 for them. But in some places, this yarn was $13. So it's this puzzle yarn. And I bought these colors because now we're coming into the fall season. And look at those colors, guys. What do you think? Wow, it is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful colors. Now, this is no color switching, keep on stitching. It is 4 medium weight yarn. Recommends a 5.5 crochet hook and a 5 for the knitting needles. And how many yardages in here? The color is called Black Ruby Red. Black Ruby Red. I love it. I want to get more of this yarn. And it is, I'm trying to see where they have the yardage here. 417 yards for this. Look at that. And I got the one that's easy pull to easy start right there. And this is a beautiful one. Beautiful. So I got this. It has the wine colors, red colors, pink color, different shades of reds and black. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now look at this one. This is more fall. The next one I bought is called, what's the name of this one? Iran Warm Wheat. Look at this, guys. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful for the fall? I love it. So this is the same one, the Red Heart Granny Square yarn. Everything's the same like the other one. I got the Easy Pool. But isn't that beautiful? Look at the browns, yellows, mustard color, a red in there, and a cream color. Wow. Could you imagine making a top for this? That was my first thought. Both of these. Both of these I thought of making a top. So I definitely have to get more. But I'm proud of myself because there were so many beautiful colors. They have more beautiful colors. But I said, the fall's calling, and these two caught my eye. And so I said I could make something with these. Obviously, I'm going to need more. But at least I bought two, and I want to collect them. So to use them, not just to keep them in my collections, yarn or anything like that, but to use them. So this one, it's more like retro to me, like the 1970s kind of granny square. See, it's more retro to me. This one is more modern. This is more modern. So I love it. I love it. I definitely want to get more. But remember, Black Friday is going to be around the corner soon. And Joann's always have a sale after Christmas. They always have a sale starting December 26th to the first, sometimes the first or second week of January. From December 26th to the first or second week of January. It is called the Yarnormous up to 60%. I don't know what they're doing this year, but it was up to 60% off on yarns. So that is the beautiful Granny Square yarn. Let's catch up in the chat room. Okay. Yeah, there are two Suzanne. Susan's in here. I'm doing well. Michelle says, I'm doing well. I haven't been buying yarn unless I need a certain color for a certain project. I am trying to use up the yarn I already have. I am too. But sometimes I just can't help it. And you know what? I've been a good girl because I think this yarn's been out for a little bit. So I've been a good girl. I didn't just run and bought it when it came out. I actually waited, and I waited till it was on sale. So I do want more. It's really pretty. I also love shopping at Joann's. I know, I love Joann's. I did ask her if they were closing my Joann. This is in Milford, Connecticut on the Post Road. And she said no. That's a huge Joann. I do have a shop with me video here in my channel with that store. I was shopping at that store actually when they were having their Yarnormous yarn sale. So you guys could go check it out. That'd be awesome. Grandchildren are the best. Hey, Michelle, about due for a visit myself from 1 or 2. Yes, grandkids are the best. I was just spending some time with my grandson yesterday. Few days of this week I have been with him. He's going to start school soon, and I know he was going to his father's house this weekend. He's there now. So I'm trying to spend some time with him because once back to school starts, everybody's working, school is busy, schedules are getting tighter, and yeah, so it was nice just spending time with him. But I want to show you something else that I found that I'm going to finish. This is an old t-shirt. It was a t-shirt from the thrift store. So I wanted to buy stuff at the thrift store. This was a couple years back. And recycle and give it away or keep it for myself or whatever. So this was a plain t-shirt. And then I took I believe I used some paint glue or something like that. So I cut the arms off. It's not done yet because I have to do like a trimming here to make it look prettier. Maybe adding some more fabric or yarn. I don't know. But it says, Jesus love you. So I did that with some paint, some kind of glue paint. And then I am going to sew it in the bottom. It's very easy to make reusable bags with old t-shirts. Instead of throwing them in the garbage, you could do this. So, and you could paint them. You could use embroidery. You could crochet something and glue it on here, sew it on here, and just sew it in the bottom and give it to somebody. Make it look really pretty and give it to somebody for as a gift. Even with a gift in here, you could buy a gift and put it in here. So that's something I found the other day because I think I found this today because I've been messing around with my craft stuff. Yeah, so that's something that I want to continue doing with t-shirts. I remember Johnny. I know, Susan. You guys have been always on our lives. Johnny is my grandson and my only grandson for Susan, who's new here, the other Susan. He's going to be 14 in a couple weeks. And he used to be all the time with me here in my lives. But he was just on a live with me, I don't know, maybe a week back or so. But he's not so much in my lives anymore. But yeah, he's gotten tall, really tall. So that is what I'm working on. So my challenge is to use up my scrap yarn. You know, the holidays are around the corner. It's giving time, you know, the fall, the winter. We like to make hats and scarves and donate them and things like that. Also, they have like women's shelter, children's shelter, where you can make these, use your scrap yarn and make something beautiful out of it. So I'm going to make a amigurumi out of this one for a child. And that's scrap yarn right there. And this one. So I just made a video about a bag of scrap yarn I found at the yarn I have in my daughter's basement. And it was a bag just like this. And I just used whatever's in there to make something, create something with it. And make something beautiful and, you know, wearable or anything. Like, you know, I'm making a stuffed animal. So right now I'm working on a cow right now. And with scrap yarn. And I picked up reading again. I just wanted to share that with you. I want to share this big book my daughter bought me. And she was saying, Mom, you haven't read the book I bought you about a year ago for the holidays. So it's called Jane Austen. I'm a big fan of Jane Austen books and movies. And she found these 4 classic novels. So I've been taking some time to read. And so far I'm in chapter 5. And I am reading. Look how big this book is. It's going to take me a year to finish this. Anyways, it's the Austens. Jane Austen was a writer of classic novels. And the time period that women at those days were not recognized, didn't have careers. They couldn't even vote. So it was sad that in the beginning when she wrote her books, they had to be under her brother's name. But then before she died, she saw one of her books published, 1 or 2. She died in 17. Was it 17? No, I'm sorry. The early 1800s. And the story I'm reading now is called Sense and Sensibility. So that's the one I'm reading right now. I actually watched the movie already. They have so many. These movies are so popular that they remake them. So I already saw a few of those movies. She is well known for her book that she wrote, Pride and Prejudice. And I love Pride and Prejudice movie. So I never read the book. Pride and Prejudice, I don't think it's on here. Yeah, it is here. So the first book I'm reading is Sense and Sensibility. The second one will be Pride and Prejudice. So that'll be interesting. The third one is called Emma. And the last one, I never even saw the movie of this. I don't know if there's a movie. It's the first time I am hearing that she wrote this book. It's called Persuasion. Persuasion. So those are the 4 classic novels in this book. So yeah, that's what I'm doing my crocheting right now. I'm concentrating on crocheting right now and getting things done. And I don't know what I'm going to do for the fall and for the winter. That's something I have to think about. What are you guys planning to do for the fall and winter? I'm definitely want to make a cardigan for myself, my youngest daughter. I've been saying that for almost a year, and I have not made her cardigan. I do have the yarn though. See, I just gave my daughter's boyfriend a bunch of white t-shirts. I think there was 6 of them. Oh, well, if he's going to use them, awesome. That's the whole point, to, you know what I mean? To avoid the trash can and give it to someone who is going to use them and need them and appreciate them. Or you could create something nice with them. I seen people create bedspreads with t-shirts. So, yeah. Laugh out loud, Elaine. They call me the hat lady around here. Laugh out loud. I donate Addie hats and other items, food pantries around me. That's awesome. Awesome, Susan. Keep it up, because especially the food pantries and all that, they need, and they take hats. I have seen pantries here where I live that they do not only give food, they give out whatever people donate to them. And I have seen gloves, hats, scarves. One time I saw a company that was there giving out brand new hats with tags on and gloves in the winter. I have you, hold on. My thumbs up. Thank you for the thummies. It was so nice to see you again. Yes, it was nice to see you, and good luck with your house, your home. I'm pretty sure it's going to turn out beautiful. And keep being sweet, Susan, and doing everything you do to help your community. Susan, the other Susan says, I love Jane Austen. There is a great the Persuasion. I think the movie is on Prime. Oh, okay. My daughter has Prime. Maybe when I go visit her one day, I'll go look it up. I don't have Prime here, but I'll look it up. My TV broke. I don't even have a TV, guys. My smart TV, I don't know what happened to it. I must have been moving around the bed. All I remember is I heard when I just went like this with my blanket. I guess the remote was on my blanket. I fell asleep with the remote on the bed. And when I went like this with the remote, with the blanket, you're half asleep. I heard like a boom. And I just like looked around, and then I just went back to sleep. The next day I turned on the TV and it was messed up. It was something hit the screen. So it messed up half of the screen. So I couldn't bring myself. I was trying to fix it. I couldn't bring myself to throw away the TV. But I kept it for a while, and then I said, this TV has to go. It's getting worse and worse. Once you mess up the screen, those lines, it's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse. Get bigger and bigger, spreading around your screen. So it wasn't worth it to, take up my space if I wasn't going to use it. You're welcome. I hope everything's well with you and your family. Yep. So that's what, today I'm home alone. And I'm just taking advantage of quiet time. And I was alone for a while, and I was watching videos, and I just decided to go on live. I was looking through my crafty stuff. Today I don't have to cook. I have leftovers. So it was a hot day. I'm recovering from this shot they gave me for my back, which is still painful. So I decided to lay down for a little bit to release some of that pain. And then I got bored and everything. I said, let me just go online. Let me see who's around and probably do a live and take advantage of my daughters. I rarely do lives here. I don't do them as often as I want to because my daughter goes to bed early. She works. So, yeah. So when nobody's here, it's a good time to do the live because it's nice and quiet. I hope you guys can hear me because I have my AC on. And yeah, so I'm having a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun making these. I couldn't even put them down yesterday. After I got off my live on Friday, I just continue with this one. I already know how I'm going to finish it. And I had so much fun that I started a new one this last night, and I did the yellow today and the white. So yeah, I'm back into making amigurumis. I used to make them and love making them, and maybe I should get some done, going to give them out for the holidays and things like that. I mean, people love those. Any age, adults, they buy those squishmallows. They cost a lot of money, and I'm like, we could make those because they look very simple. The squishmallows, and but they're super soft. The fabric they're using is super soft. So, my youngest has a collection of them, and my oldest just has a few. But people love them, all ages. So people still love stuff. Stuffed animals are not going nowhere. People just love stuffed animals and plushies and all that stuff. So yeah. So and was tomorrow? I was today. I mean, I wanted to go. They were having a gospel concert at the church here. I was invited, but I'm in too much pain. You know, you're gonna be sitting at the church. You know, first of all, the chairs are uncomfortable, and then I'm already having issues with pain because of my shot and all that. So I'm just gonna watch it online. They're gonna put it online. So they do put up the service. They have a YouTube channel, so I'm gonna watch it on there. But they're supposed to have a gospel singer and food, Jamaican food from Jamaican Foods. So I'm gonna miss out on that, but that's okay because you know when you just want to stay home and deal with what you have to deal with, you don't want to be around too many people, feel uncomfortable, and make the pain worse. You know. Oh, thank you guys, thank you. That's awesome because sometimes the AC is loud. 1, 2, 3. So I'm gonna do 5 rows. I did 5 rows of brown. And now, I'm going to do 5 rows with this puzzle blue, this puzzle yarn that has blue, turquoise, pink, turquoise, blue, purple. And it's tangled right now, so I have to untangle it. I hate when that happens. So, what are you guys working on? I know Susan said Susan, I hope I don't say your last name, R. Susan R is making cardigans. She's crocheting cardigans and other things. The other Susan likes to make hats and stuff like that. Let's see. Michelle, what are you working on? Are you making stuff for your grandbaby? I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are making stuff for your grandbaby. So fun to have a grandbaby. Mine's already 14. Oh, he's not a baby anymore. But I still have him. We are buddies, though. We are buddies. We have a good relationship. I thank God for that. And I hope it stays that way. He's my only grandbaby. So I hope it stays that way. Do you have anything else around you made or making? Did you see my blanket, Susan? My knit blanket I made? It's a big knitted blanket. I used the garter stitch. Did you see that one? I'm making a handbag for a beautiful lady. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. She's going to love it. That is so nice of you. Around me, what I have is, I don't know how long you've been here, Susan. I don't know if you saw the stuff I shared, but I have the blankets around me. I just have to finish the loose ends on this, but this is my I call it the Tribe of Judah blanket because it's 12 colors, but it was by accident. I was just using scrap yarn and the size I needed. So it's this big blanket right here. And this is all scrap yarn from Hobby Lobby, Walmart, Red Heart Super Saver, Big Twist, All kinds of scrappies here. So yeah, this is almost 5 feet long. So yeah, this was a lot of work. And it did hurt my hand really bad. It was a lot of work. But at the end, I have my first scrap yarn blanket. People are always making them, and I never made me one. So these are the colors I choose from my scrap yarns I had. So these are the colors right there. Let's see if I can show it like that and like that. It's very long. So that's that one. This is gonna be warm for the winter. Yep. This is a lot of work. I could never make a knitted blanket for anybody because they will probably never pay for what's worth. You know, this is a lot of work. And I'm always making blankets for everybody. The only blanket I ever made me, guys, is the one behind me. Let me see if you guys can see it. That is my very first blanket I crocheted for myself 3-4 years back. The only blanket. And it is the fall colors because fall is my very favorite season. So that has all the fall colors. That blanket reminds me, it's as big as this one and maybe a little bigger. But that one reminds me of the 70s. Yeah, well, I was a little girl, but those were the colors they used. They were popular back then in the 70s. Thank you. Let's see. I met her on YouTube, so I haven't seen it. Oh, okay. Right now, working on a granny square blanket for the Salvation Army shelter. Oh, that's awesome. And those whip up pretty fast. Um, Pretty. I love it. Did you use big needles? Very pretty. Yes, Susan. For the blankets, I usually go from 6 to 8. But on this blanket, let me try to grab it. Hold on a second. I have everything around me. So on this blanket that I just showed you, I use a number 8 needles. And I love it because it's very squishy. Because when you use the garter stitch, it just makes the fabric that way. So it's very squishy and I love it. It's soft. So yeah. The only concern I have that if I wash it, I'm hoping that the colors don't run into together. I would never put in a dryer, but let's say if I have to wash it, that would be my only concern. You know, after all that work. But I don't know. I still have to work on my leggings. So that's in the same place. This hasn't changed. So these are leggings I made myself starting the beginning of this year, I think it was. And I have them on the second leg. So I have not finished those. And I'm losing weight, so I'm concerned that these are going to be big on me. But that's okay because I could just sew them in right here. Or I could put an elastic right here. And, or what is it, a drawstring where I could pull it. I could go with a crochet a drawstring and then go in and out. And that way I could pull it if it's big on me. But yeah, so these are winter leggings that I have crochet. These are all crochet. And this is my pattern and I had to finish it. Yes, I love that you guys are giving back to others. This is the time of year to do it too. Where I live here, there's a park nearby. And sadly, there is tents in the park and there's a few homeless people there. And I do what I could do, with the little bit I have. But there's this particular one person. It's a man. I forgot. He gave me his name. I shared a gospel track with him. And I told him Jesus loves you. He wants you to do well. And I gave him some money, and I told him that I could share my food with him. The problem is I don't know when he's around. I don't want to go inside where they camp by myself. So I was thinking of talking to the pastor and having some men go in there and help them out and see what they could do for them. But there are quite a few of them. There's two men together. There's another man, and he's disabled. He is using a cane. I'm sorry, there was a little spider on my computer. He's using a cane. I saw him limping the other day, and it's just terrible what people are going through because of inflation or whatever it is. But now I'm seeing females in there, and something has to be done. Something has to be done. Knitted blankets are the best. I don't. What is this? I think shouldn't matter. I don't think it should matter. Wash it by hand in cold water if you're worried and about fading. It shouldn't there. Sad. Yeah, it's sad now. I see them fishing by the water, trying to get fishes. Fishing by the water. There's a few tents. They help each other out, but there's a group there that their tents are green. It's like they're building a community. They started with one tent, one guy, and now there's about four of the same tents, but they have grills outside. They do fire pits. I don't know how they survive in the winter, but I saw them with propane. So I think they warm up in the winter with propane heaters, which is very dangerous too. But I don't know how they do it out there. One time I was walking by the bridge, and I was looking in the. I was walking by the bridge, and there's a fence, and then there's the park area, with, all the bushes and everything. But there was a part of the bush that was, like, you could tell that somebody just went through there because uh, the bush was broken down, so it was forming into a little hole. And I saw the person's. There's somebody that sleep there. He wasn't there when I walked by, but I know the person sleep there because there was like a blanket on the grass, and he had like a little backpack. It is, yeah, it's just sad. But that's even here where I live, and we must keep praying for them that things will look up better for them and help them as much as we can. You know, no money is too small. Even if you have just a cup of coffee to buy them, a donut with coffee or whatever. Um, I don't think, I used to, when I was years back, I used to think, oh, because some of them you could tell they drink. And I used to think, well, I'm not going to give them money because they're just going to go to the liquor store. I'll just buy them something to eat. But now I don't. I leave it up to them and God. That's up to them. If they're asking for help and I have the money that I could spare, then yeah, whatever you do with it is up to you. I can't judge them on that. And hopefully that they're going to go and get something to eat. But because I live here with my youngest, I be very careful, because I did tell that man that I would share my food with him. Like if I make a pot of rice and a chicken in an instant pot, I could make him a bowl and give it to him, but I would have never want him to know where I live. But I had to keep my safety too for me and my youngest. Yeah, so you just go to Dollar Tree and you buy these aluminum foil pans they have with the top three for $1.25. You put you fill it up with food and hand it out to them, whatever you could spare, and they're going to be grateful for it. Take a day to do that, never go by yourself, always go with someone. But my yarn is tangled now. Let me see what I could do. So far it's looking nice with this blue and this brown. So Susan, you're using your knitting machine a lot. I have not used my knitting machine. I have a bag, garbage bag this big. I have one garbage bag full of um sections of 250, I think it is, stitches of that I did in the knitting machine for a baby blanket to put them together. I had different colors that I had already did them. I had to do more, and then you put them together. You sew them together. So yeah, I had that. That's another whip I have to finish because I have to do it because it's going to be cold soon, and should be people out there that's going to appreciate it. But they have a church here called Methodist Church, and they do have a thrift store where it's $1 for children for anything, clothing, shoes. Adults it might be $2-3, but then also the 2 first Saturdays of the month is called raff. What is it called? They call it um not a raffle. It's the first 2 Saturdays of the month they have a room where people donate all kinds of. They set it up really nice, so it's like a little clothing department, and one section is for children, one section is for the young kids, the teenagers. The another section is for men, the other section is for women. So they have like boots and shoes and dresses and coats and scarves and hats. And one time I went there and I saw a table full of handmade stuff, gloves, hats, scarves, stuff like that. I said, "Oh, I would like to donate." And she said, "Yep, we accept the donations." And I thought that was nice of that church. But they do also have uh, once a month, I think it is, or twice a month, they do have yard sales too. But they do help the needy. No, I'm just doing what anybody else would, I will do. When somebody's in need. I mean, I'm not rich. I need stuff too, But if I'm making if I got a 20-pound rice, a bag of rice, which me and my daughter are not going to eat that in 1 month, and I get a 10 pound of chicken for $8-9, why not share a plate with somebody, No, I have been cleaning houses, but finding handmade here and there. I'm around 150 hats. Wow, 150 hats. I had to stop the knitting machine a little bit because it was hurting my arm right here because I was making so many of the panels. I was making the panels, 4 panels of 250 rows, not stitches. So it's more a lot of stitches, but it's 250 rows for the baby blanket. So you make 4 panels on that knitting machine, and then you got to sew them together. So that's what I was doing. I was using nice color yarns for the babies and stuff, and I have made the panels, and I have to put the panels together. I have to sew them together, and I actually had to watch a YouTube video how to do that because you really got to do it right to sew those panels together. It doesn't look difficult, but you got to make sure you're grabbing the right V, the right V stitch to sew them together, so they'll be nice and straight. Yeah. So basically, that's it. Now I have a tangle here, and I'm gonna have to stop working on this. Look, I'm gonna have to untangle it off camera. But so far, this is how it looks: the brown and the blue together, which is the puzzle yarn, and it's okay. Hold on. It's going to be working around this way, around. And then maybe I'll do a matching hat, but it's not going to be part of the scrap yarn. This is just what I'm using for the scrap yarn. Maybe make a blue hat or a brown hat to go with it on the side. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm just getting rid of this scrap yarn and having fun doing it. And I haven't crocheted in such a long time because I've been with that knitting. I'm also working on the cardigan for myself. Where did I put it? The cardigan for myself with that yarn that is tedious to work with, but I love the colors. And emotional support chicken. I can't wait till I finish that chicken. It's going to be cute. Yeah, so I'm working on those. Yep. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I am going to start scheduling my lives. I just did a pop-up here and there, a few of them. I probably will schedule them once a week or something like that in my lives, and then start making more videos here, recorded videos for you guys. But yeah, I just can't wait till I use this yarn. This yarn is beautiful. I'm not sure Joann still has the sale going on, but man, they have some beautiful granny square yarns. I will not be making the granny square stitch with this yarn. I'm not going to do that. Not now. Not with these two. These two are going to be for a top, but it's not going to be a granny stitch. Yeah. So, but guys, I'm going to get off now because I'm hungry. I am going to, I have snack right here. Stuff that I grew, and I have some peppers, but there's pickling cucumber pickles I made so delicious from my garden. Cucumber from my garden and the cherry tomatoes. They're so good, which they're called Tommy Toe tomatoes. They're bigger than a cherry. But this cucumber, I did pickling Dell cucumber pickles with cucumbers. That's how they make them. And it came out so good, so easy to make, guys. Such a great, healthy, low-calorie snack. And, you know, I got some peppers. I love eating my peppers raw or cooked. You know, great vitamin C in here. But this is I did a slice. I put them in a jar in the refrigerator. And, oh my gosh, it smells just like the pickles from the store. And they're still crunchy. I make, ooh, vinegar. I got a vinegar shot right here down my throat. I made this a week ago, and it's still crunchy. Really good. I harvest today a few cucumbers at my garden I have at my daughter's house. But I gave her one cucumber. I took one. But it was her turn for the harvest for the tomatoes. So I got a harvest a few days ago. These tomatoes are ripening very fast. But I have a snack here for this is the ones that I'm growing, which is Tommy Toe tomatoes. And also I'm growing beefsteak tomatoes. And my peppers are ready for harvest. I can't wait. I was going to do harvesting today here. Here in my house, I have a garden as well. But I was in so much pain. I'm going to leave it for tomorrow. I might do a video on it. But my peppers are ready. There's some tomatoes that are beefsteak tomatoes that are ready. And I've been eating it, guys. I've been eating all the vegetables. I do not let it go to waste. I've been eating all the kale, all the cucumbers, all the peppers. I already ate one of my peppers, my own grown peppers. I already ate my own grown potatoes. I eat it. I make sure it doesn't go to waste. Yeah, because that's sad when you work so hard on it, spend money on doing your garden, and then you don't eat it. Night, take care, Susan. Thank you for stopping by. My dog ate blueberries with me today. Oh, did your dog like it? That's awesome. I grew tomatoes and peppers too. Mine's are, let's see what it says here. Mine's are ready too. Yeah, this is the time, harvest time. Everything's getting ready for harvest and time to, freeze them or can them. I just can a bunch of cherries. I got 5 jars of pint jars of sunrise tomatoes. It's the orange ones. I put onions in there and I seasoned it and I canned it because I have so many of them and I didn't want them to go to waste. So I ate some fresh. I gave some to my oldest daughter and then I still had too many, so I canned them. I bet he loves them. It's something new and different, a nice treat for him. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah. Well, guys, I'm going to be making a video next week. I'm going to give you an update on my challenge. I made a video before this live, guys. Go check it out, please. And don't forget the thumbs up. But I will keep you posted on my challenge of scrap yarn, 1 gallon freezer bag, scrap yarn, and what am I going to create with them without looking at a pattern, without following a tutorial. It's all going to be from here. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. I do appreciate it. Susan E. and Susan R., very nice meeting you. I hope you come back again. And happy crocheting. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys for being here. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay alert out there, guys, and protect yourself from the sun. Drink a lot of water. But I will see you also in these YouTube streets. But I'm going to leave you guys now. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.